All right, let's get back to work. Um, Yesterday I was soaking in my tub. That's a tub. It's got wheels on it. It's long enough to soak your back in it, and you can reel it up to the shower. You put the Epsom salts in. You put the shower water in. You grab one of those bar stools. You set it alongside so you can, because I'm beat up and all that. If I was in good shape, I'd be able to climb in and out of it real easy. Okay. But if I was in good shape, I wouldn't be soaking in Epsom salts in that tub, climbing in and out of it on one of those bar stools, and living in my dad's guest house as the Boo Radley of Las Cruces, New Mexico, because you all, would rather do all elite wrestling and suck dick for money and like it, right? So you know what I'm saying? It's like, two and two is four, right? And so, and you wouldn't be watching these ridiculous fucking Johnny Depp commercials with the wolf running around selling de jour de toilette. The fuck if he smell like a zivage, you look so Dior, you don't splatter stuff on made by people in a lab on your body and say you smell healthy, good, and sexy. Okay. Sexy is living the Lord's Prayer. Are you living the Lord's Prayer? Well, then you smell like shit. Okay, do you understand? Okay. And so when you get people to understand intelligence and you try to explain to them eternal intelligence, I was in there soaking on the tub. They had Access Hollywood on the TV because I was listening to Jalen do the weather on Channel 7, right? And they'll talk about the weather, but they don't tell you the reasons why the weather is, why the weather continues to be this way, why we still have carbon emission poisoning and tire particles causing heart disease in El Paso, and people saying, hey, let us give you electroshock therapy and give you drugs so you can survive the Genos operations, run out of here, Fort Bliss, White Sands, and Holloman Air Force Base, diddly-diddly-do, right? And so if you have no solutions to the perpetual problems that continue through our brain chemical addicted insanity, then you're not the Lord's Prayer, you're not the Messiah, you a liar, you need to shut the fuck up, right? Now, the apocalypse has already been performed, okay? It's a story about a man's life they call the Lord. His name is Earl, his dad's name is Ralph, his mom's name is Mary. He's born in the Valley of the Shadow of Death near the Trinity site. They monitor his whole life. They sneak on him. They have a virtual presence. It's pretty much kind of really very intelligently translated through, it's not translated. It's just hard for assholes to understand or comprehend. They get together in a church group and say, well, here's what God's doing. God has a plan, and God wants you to network with these other assholes for more fuck money until Earl cleans the shit fucker face fuck shit up. It's like shit fuck, yeah, he's shit fuck right. Okay. Okay? Be the best idiots you can possibly be till I teach you how not to be idiots on social media. And then if you ignore me, then Rockefeller's going to slam your dick in hell and you're going to sell your wife's pussy till you die. And that's the facts, Jack. Okay? And you die, your technology is most likely going to take care of that. And I had people a lot about, when they did the thing that killed Michelle and they took the kids and, they were waiting for me to blow up and run around and become John Wick and run around through airports sticking pencils into guys' ears and noses and eyes and face, ears and head and shoulders, knees and toes. And doing all this crazy shit that these assholes do on TV. Okay. And I'm not like that. I'm a pragmatic person. Life is eternal. Grace is infinite. Okay? Dune. We did not need another goddamn Dune movie. And how arrogant and stupid are these fucking movies, okay? The whole planet is going to look like this big sand thing. Where they get the water to live? Okay? It's like the ice planet Hoth. It's like, I'm sure they would have poles where there's ice, but then it was in order to sustain life. Like the thing that the Tauntaun and all that, you're going to need different kinds of, okay. The stupidity of science fiction. When you watch it and go, no, the whole planet wouldn't. The whole planet Dagobah is a big swamp. It's like, yeah, it's a big swamp. It's hey, Louisiana law gonna get you, Amos. Ain't legal no more hunting gators in the bayou on our planet. Okay, it requires a lot of diverse environments for the balance and the beauty for molecular structures to have symbiotic life the way we know it. Okay. And other planets would be very similar, even though you had, who was it? Was Isaac Asimov and say, no, I don't think it was. So an apple tree in Wenatchee and an apple tree in New Mexico are different but similar, right? Do you understand? It's like when symbiotic relationships, and the symbiotic relationships that give us physiological existence and physical life, okay, are brought together through elements from outer space to a little place. You see what I'm saying with a ball of gas was in, there's other balls of gas. So it's very tangible, okay. Throughout, interplanet Janet, with the planets that are very weird to Janet, that there are other symbiotic relationships that look a lot like Leonard and Priya. Okay, on other planets that are similar to ours throughout the big old, So I'm like, wow, that's cool. Like Sheldon talks about, in an alternate universe and this, so, guys, let's not worry about that. Let's not worry about what's out there, what the assholes next door are doing. This is our planet, okay? We need to take care of one another. When I was listening to that thing, they did this thing based off of opinions, right? And this, the greatest album of all time is Lauryn Hill, Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. And you're like sitting there going, but Marvin Gaye's What's Going On is a better album than Lauryn Hill. And they didn't even mention Marvin Gaye's. They said Thriller. Thriller wasn't nearly as good of an album as What's Going On. This is all based Gratitude by Earth, Wind & Fire. And I met Maurice White, and he was an arrogant, pretentious diva jerk. But that album is better than The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, and probably arguably better than Abbey Road. Same with What's Going On. What's Going On is probably one of the best albums of all time if you're getting into that whole thing. And he, has a lot of hip-hop type genre aspects to it, right? But they didn't even mention Marvin Gaye and What's Going On, right? So you're saying that because it's fucking based off of opinion, okay? Nobody gives a fuck about your opinion. If the Lord's Prayer is not based on opinion, okay? Psalms and Proverbs are not based on opinion, okay? Fuck your opinion. Nobody gives a fuck about your opinion anymore. But you do, and you're collecting it, and you're gladly killing over me and my grandpa's money and watching you and Jesus die, parsons. Okay? This is a lot like the book of Job. This is a lot like Joseph and Daniel. This is a lot like Elijah and Jeremiah. This is the same kind of narrative playing out on a grander scale. Collecting the evidence of the sinful and the people. I'm not a sinful person. There's nothing wrong with wanting to have a private, faithful, sexual, reproductive relationship with a sane, lucid woman that wants to, because we need to, okay? Live the heart of Psalms, the wisdom of Proverbs, and apply the physics there, the Lord's Prayer, assholes! Okay, do you understand? So I'm going to work on my chores. I'm going to get that air conditioner up to be comfortable. I'm going to fix up the basketball barn to the best of, with the little artistic stuff and do it to make it fun for the family to enjoy time with Grandpa. I'm not going to come up with any new creative ideas that I might get from millionaires or billionaires because your money isn't real, but my love is. Okay? You keep showing me that ass and I'm going to kick it. Okay? I'm going to kick it until you get right. But you get it, banana nut redheads? Okay, so stop doing the lemonade stand to sell lemonade on Don Quixote or whatever, Don Quixote. Okay, you don't need to sell lemonade. You don't want to sell me death sticks. You want to go home and rethink your life, right? So, guys, it's already done. I told you, I can protect people from technology with technology, and I'm doing it right here, right now. Because 2 and 2 is 4. Life's eternal, grace is infinite. Care and share, giving accordance to need and built to last, and forgive dead trespass, love one another, eternal, faithful. Peace there. Peace there. If you are doing everything in your fucked up ability to make it, he's anonymous and you'll never, they could run me over the parking lot of Best Buy and be if I never existed. Then you're just sealing your pages in hell, and it's not just a question of if technology needs to kill you, it's when and how can it do it without being, you throwing 500 innocent school kids in front of you to stop the technology to kill you at your homes in your home panic room. It's very difficult trying to stop child molesting, mind raping perverts from continuing their business when you guys are all addicted to their business. But I'm a perfect guy like Job and Jonah and Jesus, and I love you. So I'm going to keep working. If you want to work with me, we'll live love. If not, I'll keep working. You just watch.